we're at Fenway Park throwing out the first pitch. They invited the team, and we go out with 6 trophies, and we had different players. Right before, underneath the green monster, these guys are fooling around.
Warming up.
And Julian's throwing fastballs. Our boy Gronk picks up one of the trophies and hits it, and there's a permanent ball mark in the back of the trophy. And I guess if it was only 1 or 2, I would have fixed it. But I thought, we're going to have Gronk's memory for the history of the Patriots. I said we're leaving it.
Welcome to Dudes on Dudes. I'm Julian Edelman, and Rob Gronkowski's somewhere in this atmosphere, and this is the show where your favorite dudes talk about their favorite dudes. Today, we've got a very, very special guest, Patriots owner, pillar in the community, and our former boss, Robert Kraft. And we get into talking the best decision he ever made as an owner.
I gave up a #1 draft pick.
The Tom Brady statue. We all want to know.
How's that jawline looking on the statue? Is it nice and sharp?
And then his favorite rapper. RKK be up in the club with the rappers, dog.
Ask me the question after this season.
Oh, now we're talking.
Then we use our patented Dude Questionnaire to find out what kind of dude RKK is. We wrap it up in this week's Chillest Dude of the Week, presented by Coors Light. You got to stick around to the end.
Dudes on Dudes is a production of iHeartRadio.
Special Dudes announcement. We're doing another live show. That's right. In Boston on August 28th at the MGM Music Hall at Fenway. An evening with the Nut House. Is that what we're calling it?
Name TBD, but it will be both
evening
games and dudes. It's a celebration of Boston sports.
Dudes on Dudes, games with names, collabs, cross-pollination, Gronk, me, special guests, tons of surprises. Be there or be square.
Pre-sale tickets already happened, so maybe you've already got it. You're coming. Shows tickets are available again Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Regular tickets, go buy them. They're on Ticketmaster.com. No promo code because the promo code's already over, but Ticketmaster.com if they're still available. Go, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a blast. That venue's super cool.
You're in basically in Fenway.
Yeah. Like
literally.
Sneak in the
I just
back.
watched The Town last night.
Did you guys enter the stage?
Well, that's what I only brought that
masks?
up because the last time we went to this venue at the MGM for Adam Ray,
Yeah.
I had a daydream when I walked through that I was in the movie The Town.
Who were you?
Slain. I was slain. I felt like I would have been slain in that. But not really. But like that's what I was self-picturing.
I see you as a John
I remember
Hamm
watching
type.
it and I was like, man, they didn't really like.
I think you'd work for the feds.
No.
Yeah.
Remember, I always think about remember the dub over at the time when Tom went to Tampa?
Yeah.
They used the scene from The Town where he said, you can come visit me in South Florida. And they get in a fight. Remember they did that with me and Brady?
Yeah. Yeah. That was so
So
funny.
I always think about that too. So I just had like an epiphany.
It'll be fun. Go. So tickets will be available tomorrow at 10 a.m.
It'll be fun. It's going to be a fun night. And it's always fun getting the boys back sometimes in front of the people.
It's going to be a bigger crowd than the Wilbur. It's going to be like potentially triple the size.
That's
But just one show.
scary. Without further ado, I never knew it was that. Ado?
Yeah.
Without further ado, here's our interview with RKK. One of the coolest dudes. This guy doesn't need an introduction, but he is a 6-time Super Bowl champion.
He's the cornerstone of the community up in the New England area.
He's our former boss, but kind of like a dad, and also the guy that used to sign the bottom
Of the check.
of the check. Owner of the greatest franchise in NFL
The
history.
guy that gave the squirrel, Julian Edelman, and myself an opportunity to show our talents.
RKK.
Are we
Robert
ready?
Kraft. And welcome, Robert Kraft.
RKK, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. yeah.
Stand up. Give him a round of applause. Without RKK, Julian and I
6 Super
would not be here.
Bowls. His hands are so heavy. Wow. What a treat. What a treat. First time we ever do a live show, and we have arguably the best owner in the National Football League here with us here at Fanatics Fest.
Hold on. Arguably, he is the best owner
is the best
in the NFL Football League. And not because his team has won Super Bowls, but because he cares about his players, and he cares about the community, and he cares about his fans. And I learned that from RKK from day one when I got there. And on top of it, I'm building a playground in Boston area right on the Charles River, and RKK was so generous. He donated a nice portion of a nice, beautiful check to my playground that is opening in August, and that just shows how much he cares about the community as well. He cares about his former players. Thank you for everything you do, RKK.
Let's sit down.
Let's sit down and get into it.
Let's sit down.
Hey, how lucky am I to have had these two guys for a decade together? I mean, if the good Lord lets me have another life, I want to come back as one of them.
I thought it was me. You always said me, but now Julian's a part of it? I would want to come back as Julian, too. How about you combine us both? Oh, that's a good life.
But the crazy thing is, what you guys don't realize, Mr. Kraft was around every day at our facility. So, like, we saw Mr. Kraft daily.
My
we
name
saw
is RKK.
RKK. I know. I still, it's just still Mr. Kraft, but it's RKK. But he would be there. He'd be in all our meetings, and he'd always give us, like, a little bit of advice when we needed. He was an ultimate shoulder for when you were at low times in your life with things on and off the field. He was just a great guy. So it's so insane to have you here. We're really excited. We got to start it off with something about this new generation Patriots. How excited are we for this new Mike Vrabel era?
I personally am very excited. Our family has had the privilege of owning the team for 31 years.
31.
And the last 2 years have been very tough. And I speak as a fan because after my family, this team is the most important thing. And what I love about sports, and especially the NFL, in today's crazy world, the one thing that brings everybody together like nothing else is the NFL. People of all backgrounds, all political beliefs, and they're all rooting for the team. And we got to win. And I believe we're set up this year to turn around what's gone on the last couple of years.
Heck yeah, we are. Let's go. Let's go.
That's what we like to hear. RKK, before you owned the New England Patriots and you were thinking about it, what made you pull that trigger that you wanted to own the team? Was there a certain player on the team that you loved to watch? Was it just a whole community that you loved to be a part of? What made you really want to own the New England Patriots?
Well, I had the privilege of playing a little football in college. It's the sport I loved. Even though I think I'm 35, the Patriots weren't created till 1960. I used to watch the New York Giants were like my home team because that was televised up in Boston. And I used to watch Frank Gifford and Y.A. Tittle, Modulewski, Katkavich, and I just loved football. And I dreamt about one day trying to buy the team. And I had a greater chance to be a starting quarterback in the NFL because there are 32 than owning a team. And you'll look at the Steelers, the Giants, the Bears, same family for 100 years.
100 years.
So, in 85, I picked up the land. In 88, I bought the stadium out of bankruptcy. In 94, we kept the team from moving to St. Louis, and it was a great moment in my life to be able to buy that team and live a big dream. And I say to everyone out there, especially the young people, dream big, and when it doesn't go your way, keep coming back like the tide. and you'll be surprised. Most people don't persevere, and that's part of the key to success in life.
Without a doubt. Relentlessness. You're giving me a little dog vibes, Mr. Kraft. That's what we call like guys that are relentless in the league, in the locker room. So what was your best decision that you've made as an owner to date?
Well, the one that got questioned the most was in '99. I gave up a number 1 draft pick for a coach who had only won a little over 40% of his game to get him out from, I don't know if there are any Jet fans here, but I think getting Bill Belichick to come to the Patriots in 1999, it was a big risk, and I got hammered in the Boston media, but I think he was with us for 24 years, and we did okay.
Now, is it true John Bon Jovi introduced you to?
Yes.
JBJ.
You know, when it was on the sidelines of the '96 Super Bowl when we were in New Orleans and playing the Green Bay Packers. My 3rd year of ownership, and Bon Jovi had been a big fan of Bill's, and we're on the sideline, and we became real good pals after that. Bon Jovi is awesome.
He's basically a Patriot. Now, I got to ask a real quick question. Were you ever mad at Gronk for denting the Super Bowl trophy? Truthfully. I mean, what kind of maniac would dent the trophy?
Well, Julian, you were part of denting the trophy. You threw the knuckleball to me while the trophy was in my hand as a baseball bat, and you knew I was going to take a hack.
I didn't think you were actually going to use the Lombardi to swing.
That's why I bunted.
Were you ever mad at us, Mr. Kraft or RKK?
So think about it. We're at Fenway Park throwing out the first pitch. They invited the team, and we go out with 6 trophies, and we had different players. Right before, underneath the green monster, these guys are fooling around.
We're warming up.
And Julian's throwing fastballs. Our boy Gronk picks up one of the trophies and hits it, and there's a permanent ball mark in the back of the trophy. And I guess if it was only 1 or 2, I would have fixed it. But I thought, we're going to have Gronk's memory for the history of the Patriots. I said we're leaving it. So if anyone comes up to Patriot Place and visits us, we'll show you that trophy with the indent. And it sort of speaks about everything these two were. We got to have a good time in life. These guys are the best. And when they were on our team, there was a level of high spirit and positive vibes that was awesome.
Yeah, everyone always thinks that we just worked all. We had a lot of fun too.
Yeah, we did have a lot of fun. We put the work in. Work was always first, and then we played after. And since
we saw that from the top.
Yes,
that's
really
how Mr. Kraft led.
Yes.
Put your work in, have fun, but ultimately, let's get our work done.
Bro, you ever show up to game night and your buddy tries to act like he's the king of ping pong?
Bro, because I am the king. You saw that, Spike.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it fly in the neighbor's pool.
Okay, fair. But that's when I choose chill and crack open a Coors Light.
Vibes were high, cooler was stocked, and win or loss, that first sip hit harder than the Gronk ping pong spike.
When the mountains turn blue, you know it's as cold as the Rockies.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. That's what I'm talking about. Crisp, refreshing, mountain cold refreshment.
When you embrace a chill mindset, it's a good time to choose chill and crack open a Coors Light.
So whether you're dropping dimes or dropping the ball,
make the most out of the times you choose chill. Choose Coors Light.
Get Coors delivered straight to your door. Visit CoorsLight.com/dudes. That's CoorsLight.com/dudes.
Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer, celebrate responsibly.
And talking about having fun, RKK, you won 6 Super Bowls. What's the best way to celebrate a Super Bowl win?
Well, actually, I was thinking about, I thought I should ask them a question. Because when we were privileged to win the Super Bowl, it takes about 3-4 months to make rings. And then I always had a ring ceremony, and we passed out the rings in my backyard.
It was amazing.
I thought, and that was pretty, we had some fun times. I thought you guys should tell me what went on either during the Super Bowls or at the ring ceremony, things I didn't know about that was going on in my backyard.
Yeah, Mr. Kraft, or RKK, just don't go to the guest house after Uncle Snoop and I were there. That smell is nothing from anything we were doing.
I plead the fifth on that one, Jules.
Plead the fifth. And then lastly, before we get into determine what kind of dude you are, RKK, we keep on hearing about this Tom Brady statue. I think that we should just hire Gronk to be the sculptor of that statue and have him do the statue. I think that would be unbelievable. Everyone would remember that. How big is this statue? We want to talk about the statue.
How tall is it going to be?
It's a wonderful suggestion, except we made the statue last year.
Okay.
And Tommy started broadcasting and we couldn't get him up. So we have him coming August 8th. And actually, I would love, since I saw your artistic work with the trophy, if you did it, but we had the privilege of spending 7 figures to get, we have the trophy, the statue in storage in Foxborough. We wanted to present it last year. We're going to unveil it. I believe it's August 8th. Our first preseason game against Washington. You'll see it. It's unbelievable. He's not a bad-looking guy, you know.
He's pretty handsome.
How's that jawline looking on the statue?
Yeah,
is it nice and sharp?
Is it 22-year-old jawline or is it 45-year-old jawline?
It's Tommy 100%.
Let's go. I'm just making sure.
You guys know, and the general public doesn't know, besides being a vicious competitor and an awesome player, he's got a heart of gold.
He does.
And one of the finest human beings I've ever met in my life. So for us to have a permanent statue of him there for our fans, think about it. The greatest player in the history of the game, over 100 years, was the 199th pick, a comp pick in the 6th round. So all these great analysts for draft day missed it, and we lucked out and got him.
And that's what makes the NFL so great. It's because everyone has a shot. Everyone has hope. There's countless stories of 6th round, 7th round, undrafted, worst teams coming back to win. The parity is the best, and that's why the NFL is king. Should we get into the questions?
Let's get into it.
What kind of dude do you think Mr. Kraft is?
So the first question to determine what type of dude RKK is with the Dude Questionnaire formula.
Yeah,
you ready to go, RKK?
Now, these are a series of questions that we came up with to certify.
Am I answering the
You're
question?
answering quick. You are. Quick questions, nothing big. We'll take a couple notes. We'll have a couple comments here and there, and maybe a follow-up or two.
So
question number
studious.
1. What's the last book you read?
Last book you read?
The last full book was the Da Vinci Code.
Da Vinci Code. Good movie.
You got to be smart for that.
Da Vinci Code. All right. Who's the coolest person in your phone?
Who's the coolest person in my phone?
A lot of cool people.
My bride.
Your bride?
That's a great answer.
Great answer. Smart guy. Smart guy.
Hit it right on the money.
You see that right there? That's a brain.
All right, question number 3. Who's your favorite rapper?
Favorite rapper?
Well, it's tied. Jay-Z and Meek Mill.
Okay, that's a 3 for.
What about Cardi B? She's dating one of your players right now, RKK.
I know we got Cardi B in the locker room potentially. We got to have her in the hallway.
Come on.
Ask me the question after this season. And we'll see how that torn ACL performed.
I love where your head's at.
But you do have a little video you can watch to see how the two of us relate.
No, I can't wait. It's a great addition. Getting back to the list. What was your college GPA?
My college GPA.
College GPA. Harvard, I believe, or Columbia, then Harvard?
I went to Columbia College
Yeah.
and Harvard Business School.
GPA, undergrad?
I honestly don't remember.
We'll go 3.
I think it was over 3.5. though.
Over 3.5. Over
All right.
3.5. I mean, he went to Harvard after. He had to be pretty good at it. So,
What was your first car?
first car.
Chevy, I believe a Chevy Impala.
Ooh, Impala.
But my favorite car was my late wife of blessed memory insisted she knew I loved Aston Martins. So when I was 45, we got an Aston Martin.
Aston Martin, James Bond.
That's
Start calling you
cool.
James Bond, RKK.
It was exactly, that's why.
Did you have a lift kit on the Chevy Impala? You know what
No.
I'm talking about?
Bap, over here, 6'4".
Freaking just
Deuce,
bouncing
deuce.
up and down the road, cruising.
I mean, he's East Coast. That's more West Coast. Come on, Rob. We know that.
Convertible.
New England, get ready. We are coming back to Boston for a very special live show, August 28th at the MGM Music Hall at Fenway in Boston. It's going to be an evening with the Nut House. Jules, myself, dudes, games, and special guests. It's going to be absolutely wild. Again, it's August 28th at the MGM Music Hall at Fenway in Boston. Tickets are on sale now. Go to Ticketmaster.com and search for us, or you can find a direct link in the descriptions of any of our socials. Tickets are moving fast. We better see you there.
What's the movie that you've seen the most?
It's The Graduate.
The what is it?
The Graduate with Dustin Hoffman.
Oh,
Before
Graduate.
you guys were born.
Little Dustin Hoffman
Never
action.
seen it. Gonna have to
Graduate.
check it out. What do you prefer? A 1 o'clock game or a 4 o'clock game?
They're tied.
Tied. Smart
Tied.
man. You see that right there? As long as people are watching, we love, baby. And we're winning. Favorite thing in your office? What's the favorite thing in your office?
Picture of my boys.
Oh, family. All right.
If you didn't own the Patriots, what would you do for work?
Well, my mother of blessed memory wanted me to be a doctor. I don't have the brains for that. My father wanted me to be a spiritual leader. I'd probably be trying to do that. Build bridges.
Rabbi RKK? Let's go, baby. Rabbi. All right. Courtside or box seats? Courtside seats or box seats when you go to the basketball games? What do you prefer?
First row.
Yeah, you got to go courtside.
Courtside.
Courtside all day.
See you all the time at the Celtics games.
Yeah, you see-
living it up.
Big game. You see RKK in the building always. All right. On you, Rob.
I'm not sure if you ever ran a 40-yard dash, but if you have, what was your 40 time back in the day?
40 time.
I wouldn't be being truthful. I had okay speed. Like when I played, I could get through the line and go down the field 15, 20 yards, but then they'd catch me.
Okay. Quicker than fast, change of direction. More of a 3-cone guy. I'll put that in the notes.
Kind of
More
like you, Julian.
More quicker than fast, change
Yes.
of direction. Very similar.
And if you're quicker than fast, that's actually better in the NFL as
So
terms
it's
of
better to
talent.
be both.
Yeah, it's best to have both, but I would choose to be quicker than fast.
Create
I
separation.
feel like that skill set, makes you a better player because of separation. Because football is all about separation.
Separation.
Getting through the line.
Getting through.
I could do that and go 15, 20, 30 yards, but they'd always catch me.
Now, RKK, you played high school football.
I did not.
You didn't? Did you play
No.
any sports in high school?
No.
No sports in high school?
We observed the Sabbath, and so out of respect to my dad and everything, I didn't start playing football till I went to college.
What position?
Halfback. Halfback and safety.
Quicker than
Play
fast.
2 ways.
You're known for your style. You're known for your outfits. Take us through your game day look from head to toe.
Game day look.
Yes. And what type of shoes are you wearing?
Are those the aircraft ones?
Aircraft.
You got his own shoes.
RKKs. You know that Nike makes my own.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The CEO of Nike 12 years ago saw me wearing Air Force Ones. I introduced them at an event in Boston, a financial meeting. And he said, why don't we make you your own line? And these generate $500,000 to go to charities in the Boston area. And every year Nike makes me a special Air Force One line. Good.
He's always swagging. He went from the white collar. I remember the transition.
Blue shirt, white collar, pink.
But that
pink
kind of
tie.
faded after
Yeah.
our fourth Super Bowl. When you started getting to 5 and 6, the swag meter, Mr. Kraft, went up. You started wearing the aircraft one, the jean, t-shirt. You were going t-shirt and then suit jacket over. I mean, I thought it was a hell of a
Cool
I thought I saw you
jacket.
at the Met Gala a couple
Trying
times.
to learn from you
Nah,
two.
man. All right, then our last question. How do you eat a steak?
How do I eat a steak?
How do you get your steak done?
I like it medium rare.
All right.
Medium rare.
By the way, I didn't eat meat for a few years, and my medical doctor said, your iron is very low. You should start eating some meat. So I love a good medium rare steak.
Now, are you using a fork and knife?
Yes.
Now, what if no one's there? You're at a family barbecue and you got that big old ribeye, and you see that there's a little extra of that meat on that bone. Are you taking that thing with the hand?
I do that with any birthday cake. I get the frosting from the top or
Frosting.
the middle. That's when I use my hand.
So, all right, RKK, we're going to just kind of go over a little meat real quick. It'll be 2 seconds just to determine real quick. 1 sec. So,
He likes Jay-Z, Meek Mill.
loves Jay-Z.
Yeah.
No. He was a halfback and a safety.
Yeah.
Halfback and
His
a safety.
GPA's over 3.5.
Da
so
Vinci
smart.
Code was a really good
Yes.
movie.
Yes.
And he read the book.
and barely remembered his GPA because he
Didn't know GPA.
He didn't need to know his GPA.
Hey,
Yeah.
had an Impala.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was six.
Impala.
Paula, he's over here.
Chevy Impala.
All right.
Loves 1
It's
o'clock.
easy.
Loves
Lo-
1
loves
o'clock
both.
and 4 o'clock
Loves
games.
both. He's
As long
smart.
as the
He's
people
smart.
are watching.
All right,
As long as they are watching.
All right, ready?
All right.
What do you guys think he is?
You think he's a dog? Is he a stud? Is he a dude's dude?
Is he a whiz?
Is he a freak? Or is he a whiz?
1, 2, 3.
Whiz!
Mr. Kraft is definitely a whiz. I mean, a man who could have the smarts to be able to keep an organization going for 20 years the way it has been and then continually trying to rebuild. I mean, you are a smart dude, one of the smartest men I've met. You always had the wisdom and the advice to any time I needed it. I mean, you're a whiz in the book, Mr. Kraft.
Thank you both.
Innovative.
I want to say we can learn from the two of them, the kind of human beings they are. Both of them build bridges, bring people together, bring out the bright side of people. There's no envy or jealousy. They're high-class, wonderful human beings. I flew down here just to be with them. So thank you very much.
Wow.
RKK.
Well, let's give it a round of applause
Make some noise for RKK,
for
everyone.
RKK.
The best NFL owner in the game, and not just the best NFL owner in the game, one of the best guys out there. Always there for his family and players. Thank you so much, RKK, for everything. Yes. There's one other thing about RKK. Whenever you were in trouble, whenever you did something wrong off the field, RKK was there for you.
Yeah.
He always had your back. He always heard your side of the story after he saw what it was in the media. And he was always there for you to give the best advice as possible because he's seen it all. He's been an owner for a while. He's been around. He's always in the building. So thank you, RKK, for everything. Julie and I wouldn't be here without him. right here to this day. So,
Man,
how cool was that, though?
how cool was this? Did you guys enjoy our little show?
Yes.
It's fun. We get to, we talk about our favorite dudes, and that's in every different form, any kind of player of any kind of sport. And check us out on Dudes on Dudes. We're on everything: Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, MyFace, whatever. Got a little bill in there. And how cool is this experience at Fanatics Fest? This is a really cool opportunity for us as athletes after our career to continue using what we've earned on the field and staying connected with you guys, the fans, the people that honestly keep all this going. We're all here because of your support, because of what you guys do. And it's honestly the coolest thing to have this opportunity to have this convention thing. So thank you guys so much.
Yes. Check us out, Dudes on Dudes. We have a new episode that drops every single Thursday.
We love interacting with our fans in the comment section. And to your next show, guys. We'll see you later.
Thank you, guys.
Get ready to power up your play with the brand new Nintendo Switch 2 system. It's got powered up visuals with 4K support and a bigger, more vivid screen. Magnetic Joy-Con 2 controllers will attach in a snap, and brand new exclusive games like Donkey Kong Bonanza, Mario Kart World, and select upgraded favorites from Nintendo Switch. Power up your play with Nintendo Switch 2, all together, anytime, anywhere. Games rated E to E10 plus. Games and system sold separately. Compatible TV required for 4K display.
Man, that was a really fun experience to get to interview RKK in front of a group of people, a bunch of,
How was the audience?
just football fans.
I was out back. I couldn't hear how the audience was reacting to stuff.
I think they were really engaged.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What about Gronk? Was he engaged?
Gronk was engaged.
Yeah.
We had to reel him back a couple times. Hey, Rob! Rob! But I think, dude, he's a pro. He's a pro.
He's a pro.
People.
He's a fucking pro.
Like when you see, like when Rob, like, because I get nervous when
You
I
get
have
so stressed out, and Rob's just like, I don't care. Just give me the thing. I'm fine. We're good.
But yeah, Rob, Rob's a pro when it comes to doing TV shit, radio shit, or like any kind of performance. Like whenever we do something, like, yeah, man, I've been practicing my lines for like 2 weeks. Like he's always prepared. He always goes in confident, and that's how he played. It's awesome to watch him transition. So, but that was I thought that was our first time really, interviewing someone in front of people together. Now we did the Slate and the Ninko episodes, which it's different when you're
It's different.
It's different, and there's we're still not crazy comfortable at it, but we like the system that we have when we feel like we're doing it okay. But like, when you do that kind of stuff live, like hearing each other, I could barely hear them.
Yeah, yeah.
And I could tell that Rob was having trouble hearing the answers from
Because he was farther away.
RKK because he was further away, and we didn't have earpieces, so we couldn't hear because it was loud.
And someone was like having like a dance party next to
fucking There's like some wrestling music in the background. You got fucking. Did we get his dude type right?
Yeah, let us know. Wiz?
He's definitely a whiz.
Yeah, he's a whiz.
This is a slam dunk
He's a whiz. Also, Tom Brady statue's been made for a year.
for a fucking year.
Yeah. I hope it's... You're gonna go. You gotta work. I just hope it's at least... Making him go to a preseason game though.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. Could be
Regardless.
12 feet high. That was awesome. Tease for next week. Another interview from Fanatics Fest.
Ooh, another one.
Similar caliber.
I mean, people are gonna read articles. They know who it is.
I know, but you just, hey,
These people.
I'm just trying to tease people so they come back
I'm
next
just
week.
letting you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I got fan of the nutheads. What are they? What are our fans called? Give us
Nuts.
a name. We need a name in the comment section. Let's put a poll up.
It was namies and gamies, but then like you got too many shows. I think it's just
too
nuts,
hard.
bro.
It's
just fucking
dumb.
nuts. It's just nuts.
Let's get into the Chillest Dude of the Week, brought to you by our favorite beer, Coors Light. To get Coors Light delivered straight to your door, visit CoorsLight.com/dudes and celebrate responsibly. And the Chillest Dude of the Week is Old Fanatics Fest. Boy, what a spectacular event or spectacle. What a spectacle that is.
It was crazy.
It's fucking huge.
And like you didn't even walk like the main area. You just in the back area. That went back forever. And there was a lot of stuff going on. It was cool.
It's honestly brilliant.
It's Comic-Con for sports.
1,000%. Michael Rubin and his team. I mean, it was. I didn't go last year. I didn't know how it was last year, but you know, for the athletes, it was easy for us to get in and out. It was all dialed up.
Yep.
Like operations was awesome. I mean, there was fans from everywhere.
Jack got his own golf cart.
Jack got a golf cart.
Mm-hmm.
They had an open Starbucks bar.
Yeah.
Can't beat that.
Saw some people in there. Derek Jeter was back there.
I mean, I saw everyone. Who'd you see?
Derek Jeter.
I didn't talk to him, but
CJ Stroud was hanging around.
CJ was cool. I got to talk to him for a little bit.
How was that?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of him. I told him, you know, I like how he plays the game, and you know, I told him just gotta live in the protection plans. You got Kaylee over there. We'll see what protections he's using. Get the protections right so you're always protected, because that's your asset.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his asset is being able to. He sits in that thing. He sits in that pocket. He'll take a hit. But let's learn so we don't have to take the hit. And even if we have deficient linemen, let's learn how to use the protections into our favor.
Smart. That's smart.
But
year three football.
he, you know, you could tell that he's a hungry dude that's lurking to learn, which was cool. I saw Bryce Young.
Bryce Young was in there. Yeah.
Awesome. You know, I told him I told him like that was impressive to have the year he had, year two, off of what the first year was.
Yep.
And it was. You know, it's going to be exciting to watch the Panthers this year. They drafted another receiver who they got, that Arizona State kid, I think. And then they had the kid last year, Williams, that balled out. Is it Williams? Who balled out their rookie last year? Didn't they have a rookie ball out?
Oh, yeah, Xavier Legette.
Yeah,
and then, they had McMillan, the Arizona guy, not Arizona State.
Arizona.
Just got to, you know.
Arizona guy.
Arizona.
My bad.
Rob's not here in the building, but let's.
But I got to see him.
Hunter Renfrow, too.
Where?
Panthers.
Hunter Renfrow?
Yeah. Adam Thielen.
Could be that could be a good tool for Bryce, because they're both smart. Bryce is a smart kid.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're not a 5'10" quarterback that's like a first overall pick if you're not a fucking genius.
Yeah.
You know, and if you could do shit. So we know he can do it. We saw him do it in college. We saw him doing it a little bit last year. You start giving him weapons. You get a smart guy like Renfrow who could work the middle of the field. That'd be fun.
Do you see anyone else cool?
We hung out with RKK, Jonathan Kraft.
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg was there. Saw everyone. Who else?
Oh, you see Chris Webber?
I saw Chris Webber.
Yeah, cool.
I thought that was cool. I loved Chris Webber when I was a kid. Because at the time when I was a kid, the Warriors were like really trash, and the Kings were like an expansion team, and like they were fucking good. Lottie Divac, Christie, freaking him, White Chocolate, and then they got Bibby. I low key liked those teams. I swagger jacked.
Yeah.
So I said hi to him. He was really cool. Saw Aiden, the streamer.
Oh yeah.
Streaming is crazy. I think like 150,000 people were watching him live there.
Really? It's just like live.
He's just live around.
Crazy.
Like that's crazy. But he's a really cool dude. Who else did I see? Michael Rubin.
Rubin was there, yeah.
Hung out with Rubes. Saw TB.
You actually saw him?
Eli.
Yeah.
Didn't talk to Eli, but saw him. Tall guy. You're always reminded of how tall those Manning boys are when you see him. Did that thing with Peyton a few weeks back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're just fucking large men.
They really are.
They're tall. Like they're like a legit 6'5". 6'5", 6'5".
Yeah.
Like
You look at Manning's and you don't like immediately think athlete, but then you stand next to them and you're like, these motherfuckers are athletes.
athletes.
Without a
These are specimens.
Yeah.
Specimens.
You competed in the little like competition.
Yeah, I did the Stone Cold thing,
You finished 95th overall.
which is kind of weak. I thought. I mean, I didn't. They told me 2 seconds before.
Yeah.
I put that thing together in 5 minutes, not even, probably 3 minutes. And if I knew like people were having props and stuff,
Yeah.
like Mr. Kraft was there when I was about to go out, and they gave me this jersey. So I was gonna go shirtless in a fucking Speedo with knee pads and a fucking rattlesnake vest on. But they weren't gonna let me because I thought, out of the respect of the man who gave me a huge opportunity in life, RKK, I thought it would be appropriate to wear my Patriot soccer jersey that they were giving out to people.
Yeah.
But honestly, mine was more realistic than anyone's.
But it wasn't just that.
What Steve Austin, what did he do? He just went out and flipped off everyone, chugged 2 fucking beers, flipped them off, and walked back. So if we're talking method, I thought I killed it.
But I think you did okay with that one. It's just that the whole competition.
Yeah, I only did 2 things. I got a
Yeah.
herniated disc in my C7 right now.
Yeah.
I'm over here trying to, and then I go walk over with Gronk over to the throwing thing, so I had to throw a couple.
You got a little competitive there. I could see it.
Well, I wanted, yeah, that's why I had to walk away, or I would have fucking done them all. I walked by that hockey thing, and I was about to start putting the hockey in. Oh no, I was gonna start putting the hockey in the fucking washing thing.
Rob won the hockey event.
Oh, Rob's a monster.
A hockey player. Yeah.
Rob played hockey. You should watch.
I think I may have played against him in a hockey tournament because we're like the exact same age, and I played tournaments in his hometown a few times. I might have played against him as like a youth hockey.
Probably,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, Tom finished first overall.
Did he?
Yeah.
Tom won $1 million.
Yeah. And he bought the guy's car because of the guy.
Wait, Tom won everything. So some of those things you have to be able to do well. I bet you practiced them though.
But there was like a kicking thing. There was the wrestling. There was the hockey. There's the
pitch thing.
The pitch.
Let me see how he
There's
did.
8 events.
I want to see all the events he did.
Closest to the pin.
Oh, golf?
Yeah.
There was a golf one?
Striking challenge, so like a punching. Oh, did you see what John Cena did?
What?
John Cena was gonna do the punching thing, and then he's like, oh, "I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna punch
he
it."
didn't
And
know.
then he did like the fake wrestling punch. Yeah, Charlotte was there too. We didn't see Charlotte, but she was there.
Yeah.
Tiffany Haddish finished ahead of you, just so you know.
Who?
Tiffany Haddish.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Did 2 events. Wrestling walkout.
Should we go back next year?
I mean, it was a hell of an event. It's just, it's hot there.
It was hot in there.
Hot. A lot of. TB was working.
They had him doing some stuff.
TB was working.
They had him doing some stuff. He was the mayor of Fanatics Town.
Dude, I tipped my hat to him. I went to his house, got my neck rubbed on by one of his dudes, Dev. Shout out, Dev.
Some dude on
And my
dude
guy's
action.
doing magic with the magic guy in the house. I don't know if I can even say that. Did it already?
Oh, that like is it
Magic
like
guy?
Oz the Mentalist,
Yeah,
or is it the other magic guy?
I don't know. It's magic guy that's been on Hard Knocks and stuff that we all have seen. That
Yeah.
this guy's pretty he's pretty
Freaky.
smart.
Freaky.
He knows how to manipulate.
He might be a freak.
Shout out Fanatics Fest, right? That was fun.
It's good for sports.
Good for sports. And that was the Chillest Dude of the week. Thanks
for
to
having
our
us.
favorite beer, Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door. Visit CoorsLight.com/dudes and celebrate responsibly. Well, that's been another episode of Dudes on Dudes. Thanks again to RKK, Michael Rubin, and all the Fanatics Fest and all of Fanatics Fest. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Comment a dude you want us to do and rate and review. Call in and ask questions on the Chill Line. That number is 561-203-5789. Remember, follow Dudes on Dudes on X, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. And remember, live show in Boston, August 28th at the MGM Music Hall in Fenway. Tickets on sale, 7-Eleven at Ticketmaster.com.
At 10 a.m. Eastern.
We'll see you guys next week. Dudes on Dudes is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.